Hey, what's up guys, DC Batman 7812 here, and welcome to Mountain Blade Warband Rise of the Crusaders. This is my point of view on Mountain Blade. Knight Regent is supposed to be helping the Nords rule all of the land, whilst I'm taking all of the land for myself. I know this is almost a year late, but it is here now. You're just going to cut straight to gameplay. I'm not going to bother with much, although you're going to get a nice cutscene of what the character's backstory is. Roll the cutscene! He was born years ago in a land far away. His father was a veteran warrior. As a child, his family scrabbled out a meagre living from his father's wages as a guardsman to the local lord. It was not an easy existence, and he was too poor to get much of an education. He learned mainly how to defend himself on the streets, with or without a weapon. He started to learn about the world almost as soon as he could walk and talk. He spent his early life as a page at a nobleman's court. As a boy growing out of childhood, he was sent to live in the court of one of the nobles of the land. There, his first lessons were in humility, as he waited upon the lords and ladies of the household. But from their chess games, their gossip, even the poetry of great deeds and courtly love, he quickly began to learn about the adult world of conflict and competition. He also learned from the rough games of the other children who battled at each other with sticks in imitation of their elders' swords. Then, as a young adult, life changed as it always does. He became a squire. Though the distinction felt sudden to him, somewhere along the way he had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around him. When he was named squire to a noble at court, he practiced long hours with weapons, learning how to deal out hard knocks and how to take them too. He was instructed in his obligations to his lord, and of his duties to those who might one day be his vassals. But in addition to learning the chivalric ideal, he also learned about the less uplifting side. Old warrior stories of ruthless power politics, of betrayals and usurpation, of men who used guile as well as valour to achieve their aims. But soon everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made him take this decision was personal revenge. Only he knows exactly what caused him to give up his old life and become an adventurer. Still, it was not a difficult choice to leave, with the rage burning brightly in his heart. He wants vengeance, he wants justice. What was done to him cannot be undone, and these debts can only be paid in blood. He hears about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy, a haven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, or glory. Drawn by the stories he hears about Calradia and its kingdoms, he takes a ship to Sargoth, in the kingdom of the Nords. Alright, here we are in Calradia. We're in Sargoth right now. Come at me, boy. You want this? Yeet! Bitch! No thank you, that's probably a shit sword, although mine's probably just a shit. Merchant of Sargoth. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive, at any rate. I'm not sure that we can say the same for the other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night, although heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here we don't know who's listening. You're not wrong. The merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while, checking the streets, and then finally, convinced you have not been followed, comes near you to speak. Which is why I've got to go to him to talk to him. Now, let me explain my proposition. We've always had brigands in the hills, driven to banditry by war, debt, or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leaving their camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The watch command on the frontiers, fewer men to keep an eye on the streets, but I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls, who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particular tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking, a lad from a prominent house out alone after dark in times like these. Well, I suppose you were too, but you're a stranger here, and didn't know how bad things had become. He had no such excuse, but he's family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people will start thinking that you can't protect your investments either, and I can't have that. No doubt the gang will soon send word about a ransom, but I don't care to pay it. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a bit of experience with a blade, and more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly, or you wouldn't be coming to Calradia to seek your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these bandits to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back safe. In return, you'll earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What do you say? I am interested. You won't be able to do this yourself though. If you try and take on the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted. I'll warrant. You'll first want to round up a group of volunteers. There's always a few lads in the villages around here looking for a bit of work. That's more interesting than tilling the soil and hauling water. They'll follow you if you pay. So take this purse of 100 denars. Consider it an advance on your reward. Go around to the villages and use the money to hire some help. I'll reckon that you need at least 5 men to take on these bandits. Very good, sir. I'll go collect some men from around the villages. Good. You can find me again in the tavern here in Sargoth after you've got your group together. Then we'll speak about what we do next. Okay, we don't need this, but yes. We've taken a quest. Collect 5 men. Alright. So let's exit here. And we're in Sargoth. Well, we're near Sargoth. Okay, this seems very repetitive after World of Water. Not sure what to make of that. I'll be fine. Alright. I'm going to get my men. Okay, so I gained 6 men from 1 village. I think that's enough already. Let's go back to Sargoth. King Ragnar's in there, we don't care. Wrong button, there we go. Oh, he's out. We're going to go straight into the tavern. Where is my boy? Oh, for fuck's sake, you drunk bastard. What are you looking at? I'm not sure, some sort of animal clearly. Wrong thing to pull out. Jesus, I'm shit with a sword. For now, at least. I can't do any damage. Oh, fuck me. Boom! Well, I'd say that he started it. That entitles you to his sword and purse, I suppose. Have a drink on the house, as I dare say you saved a patron or two a broken skull. Still, I hope he still has a pulse. It's not good for an establishment to get a name as a place where men are killed. Better him than me. Straight away. Artman, nah, don't need you. I will take you, however. Quest succeeded. Wapow. Splendid work. You have hired enough men to take on the bandits. Now, travellers entering Sargoth have told us that there is a small group of robbers lurking on the outside of town. I suspect that they are all from the same band, the one that took my brother. Hunt them down and defeat them, and make them disclose the location of their lair. Very, very well, I shall hunt for bandits. Learn where the hostages are held. Ooh. I'm going to leave here. I need to check something quickly because I really don't trust this. Hold on. Okay, it is trustworthy. I'm using a different recording software right now, which is why I'm checking every time, because Fraps was not working well at all. So I'm using OBS. What do you want? I've been looking for you. Tell me where you keep your prisoners, and I'll let you go. Ha! Those prisoners are only going free if you pay their ransom. Did you bring any silver? No, but I brought steel. Come at me, motherfuckers. Charge the enemy. I really need to sort out. I want to pull this out first. Melee comes before ranged, in my opinion, for this game, because you can just pull out your bow if you're at good enough range. I can really deal with this man by myself. Let's start with you. Yeet! Okay, he has no armor. My boy, you're practically the man of steel. You're both the men of steel. Okay, there we go. And gotcha. Well, pow. I didn't even need this, man. I took the one by myself. Yay, okay. You were victorious, I could tell. Aye, spare me, spare my life, let me go and I'll go far away from here and learn an honest trade, and you'll never hear of me again. I don't even know your name, so I couldn't fucking care. I'll spare your life, but in exchange I want information. Either you or your mate kidnapped the brother of a prominent merchant in town. Tell me where you're hiding him and give me your word that you'll stop troubling the people of these parts, and you can go free. Oh, bless you, sir, bless you. We've done the lad no harm. We've been keeping him in our hideout near Fenada. I'll describe the area nearby in detail, so there's no mistaking it. Okay, we can take everything. I don't know which is better. I'll keep this for now. Don't need any of this. We are good, and there it is, right within that tree. Let's go. I said go into the... Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, hold on. There we go. You approach the hideout. The looters don't appear to have spotted you yet, and you could still sneak away unnoticed. I just realised I didn't change my fucking class. I didn't change the order. Bollocks. The difficult approach to the site, down a narrow Deval, means that only a handful of troops in your party will be able to join the attack, and they will be unable to bring their horses. If your initial attack fails, the looters will easily be able to make their escape and disperse. Do you wish to attack the hideout or wait for another occasion? Attack the hideout. Jesus. Sword out first. One weapon that I would like to use again. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna have to... I must have used a setting that was really shit, obviously. Anyway, as I was saying, I need to get the bastard sword, because that is probably the best sword in the game. It's at least my favourite. For the simple reason that it's both one-handed and two-handed. Yeet! Oh, shit. Okay. Can you please explain to me why you're... Ow. Can you explain... Oh, headshot. I'll take that. I'm going to try one crossbow shot. If it fails, then I'm shit. What the fuck was that? Okay, so they're not coming to us, so we're gonna have to come to them. This may take a while. Motherfucker, are you serious? You're faster than me. You bastard. Oh, he's got dodging skills. Ow. And that is it. Where's my boy? Oh shit, he came from behind. Not in that way. Merchant's brother. Thank you, sir, for rescuing me from those fiends. Did my brother and Zargoth put you onto their track? Yes. Oh, Jesus. That's got to be the worst tan of all time. Yes, I told them that I would find you. I advise you to return to your family as quickly as you can, and be careful on the road. With their retreat cut off, the looters fall one by one to your determined attack. Their hideout and their ill-gotten gains is now yours. Okay, so I don't want any of it. Oh, I'll take the hat though. Yay. One more thing. That's what I want to do. More organised, and it pulls out the sword first. I gain no... Okay, right, we're going to go to Sargoth again. Is that, I believe? Yep. I need to deal with this setting. I won't do it yet. Visit the tavern. He's going to be upstairs. Okay. I have arrived, good sir. What? Where is he? What? Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Where is he? I'm definitely in the right place. What? Oh, for fuck's... Okay. Merchant of Silence. Well, my brother is home safe. I'm not sure what to do with him. Maybe pack him off to a university outside Calradia. That way, if he gets knocked on the head in a street brawl, no one can say it's my fault. But that's not your problem. Here's the rest of your reward. It was well earned. The money is most welcome, and I'm glad to have been of service. Good. Now, are you interested in making some more? Yes, possibly. What do you need? Remember how I told you that the bandits had an ally inside the walls? I think I know who it is. The captain of the watch, no less. Some months ago, this captain, seeing the amount of profit we merchants were making from trade across the frontiers, decided to borrow some money to sponsor a caravan. Unfortunately, like many who are new to commerce, he failed to realise that great profit only comes with great risk. So he sank all his money into the most expensive commodities, if I can read, and of course his caravan was captured and looted, and he lost everything. As a consequence, it seems our captain turned to villainy to recoup his fortune. I suppose I'd do the same if the heavens forbid I ever faced indebtedness and ruination. Now, any watch captain worth this salary will have a few thieves and robbers on his payroll to inform on the rest, but our captain decides to employ these bastards wholesale. I don't know why I had to pronounce that there. I say bastards anyway. He brings them into the town, lets them do as they will, and takes a share of their take. You've heard of poachers turning gamekeepers? Well, in the unfortunate land of Calradia, sometimes gamekeepers will turn poacher. Luckily, there's still a few brave, honest souls in the watch who've told me how he works. Now here's my plan. I could bring this to the attention of King Ragnar, Lord of the City, but that would mean an inquiry, my word against the captains, and witnesses can be brought and evidence destroyed. Or maybe the whole thing will be forgotten if the enemy comes across the border again, and all I'll get for my trouble is a knife in the ribs. In time of war, you see, a king's eye wanders far from his domain, and his subjects suffer, so I've got another idea. I've got a small group of townsfolk together, some men in my employ, and some others who lost relatives to these bandits, and we'll storm the captain's home and bring him in chains before King Ragnar, hopefully with a few captured bandits to explain how things stack up. All I need now is someone to lead my little army into battle, and I can't think of anyone better than you. So what do you say? How do I know that you're telling me the truth? Oh well, I suppose it's possible that I found a dozen bandits who are willing to give their lives to give a passing stranger a false impression of life in Old Sargoth. Well, I guess you can't really know if my word is good, but I reckon you've learned by now that my money is good and there's another 100 dinars, or maybe a bit more, that's waiting for you, if you'll do me this last little favour. So what do you say? Alright, I'll lead your men. Splendid, it's been a long time since I stakes so much on a single throw of the dice, and frankly I find it exhilarating. My men are ready to move on your word. Are you ready? Yes, give them the sign. Good, now strike hard, strike fast, and the captain and his henchmen won't know what hit them. May the heavens be with you. You leave the tavern and go out to the streets. Nervous-looking young men are waiting in every street corner. You can see they have daggers and clubs concealed under their clothes, and catch a mixture of fear, anticipation, and pride in the quick looks they throw at you as you pass by. Praying that your enemies have not been alarmed by this all too obvious bunch of plotters, you check your weapons for one last time and prepare yourself for the last prepare yourself for the action ahead. Jesus, why am I not able to read? It's daytime. It's time, lads. Let's go. Fucking Jesus, you took one in the head. The last one? No, it's not. I saw you. No. That's got to be. Yeah. The remaining few bandits scatter off to the town's narrow alleys, only to be hunted down one by one by the angry townsfolk. Making sure that your victory is complete and all the wounded have been taken care of, you and the merchant head to his house to review the day's events. Again, I'm going to walk to him. Ha! Well done. I saw at least 3 of the enemy go down before you. Keep fighting like that and you'll make quite a name for yourself in this land. Unfortunately, about 7 of my lads got themselves wounded. I should go look on them. I'm glad to see you're alive too. Yes, yes. Now, a couple of my boys have the watch captain pinned down in a back room with a knife at his throat. I'll need to go drag him before King Ragnar and explain what this breach of the peace is all about. You don't need to be part of that, though. I'll tell you what, if all goes well, I'll meet you in the tavern again shortly and let you know how it all came out. If you don't see me in the tavern, but instead see my head on a spike over the city gate, I'll assume you know enough to say out of town for a while and forget this whole episode ever happened. So hopefully we'll meet again. Indeed. And I think that wraps it up for the prologue of Rise of the Crusaders. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for this series. Just a little update I'd like to talk about. My subscribers have almost doubled since that Vertex tutorial. So I'd like to thank you all for subscribing to me. If you are watching this and have got to this point in the video, probably not. But yeah, I'll see you in the next episode.